Welcome to Ask the Sales Professor. I'm Ben Hippeli, your sales professor, and this is your opportunity to learn from others' successes and their mistakes. Or if you're really brave, you can ask your sales questions in the comments section. That is by far the best way for us to make the most use of our time together. Today's question is regarding an email to a prospect that did not get the response that the sales professional was hoping for. In fact, she got ghosted. Now, first off, there are several reasons why a prospect may not return your emails or your phone calls. In some cases, it's just because they really are busy, and your topic may be a top 3 priority, but the top 1 and top 2 priorities are keeping them swamped. It could be that you're going after the wrong contact, and she actually doesn't have the authority to make a decision and doesn't want to face that reality on the phone with you. But if you want to face reality, you got to understand that prospects don't reply because they don't fully see what's in it for them. Think about it. When a prospect or a customer needs or wants something from you, they will go to great lengths to get in touch with you. But if they don't see how your solution is going to help them, well then, for some background on this case study, the salesperson is working with a current client who is utilizing her company's software, and the salesperson is trying to upgrade the client to a significantly higher price version. Let's see where things went wrong. Now, in case you're watching this video on your phone, I've rewritten the email verbatim onto our presentation software so that the words are large enough for you to read along. And as always, I've removed the names of the salespeople, the prospect, and the company to protect the innocent and the guilty. In this email, the sales professional wrote, "Good morning, Miss Prospect. I hope all is well with you and the team. I wanted to offer a time for us to meet and discuss the ABC proposal with you. This time it would just be myself, as I wanted to offer the opportunity for us to discuss in a more candid and open fashion, just in case you had any further thoughts or questions. It would also be great to understand more about the key goals you have for your role and for XYZ, as we would love to further align ourselves with these and maximize the key benefits that this service will give you. I'm in your area on the 31st and the 1st, and also again on the 4th and 6th of next month to suggest some dates. Ultimately, we would love to work with you and XYZ and can be flexible to achieve this. So I would prefer to offer the option to discuss this further with you if required." Okay, so right out of the gate, it is very clear this salesperson is anxious about a quota and is really focused on her needs. Check out all the "I would like" statements. Now, I know these statements are used all the time, so it may seem normal, but it puts the focus and the importance on the salesperson instead of on the prospect. The phrase "I would love to" is something we learned as kids when being polite to someone. It's an appropriate phrase when you're inviting someone over to dinner because you're the one doing all the work. But in a business interaction, the buyer knows you would like to meet or you would love to get together because you would love to hit your quota. And that just doesn't work. Remember, buyers only care about WIFM. They only care about what's in it for me. Instead, start off with the focus on your buyer's needs, not yours. Another thing you'll notice is that in this sentence here, we can see that the seller is so focused on closing the sale that she's even hinting that there is a possibility to discount the price. This puts the focus on the cost of the solution instead of the cost of the problem. Always a bad direction to go. Now, I get it. We never want to lose an opportunity to price. Now, to make sure that never happens, first, the MCP value must be verbalized by the buyer so that you can define the cost of the problem together. Then and only then do you have a specific target to work towards on price to assure an appropriate ROI. Define the cost of the problem first, then focus on the cost of the solution. Always remember, a discount only matters when both parties verbalize what the return on the investment is from the solution. Let's take a look at a revision of the letter based on all the same information the salesperson had when the first version was written. Knowing that the prospect has been in her role for just 4 months, we led with a label of the current situation from the prospect's perspective, showing that her needs are at the top of our list. So even though the salesperson's goal is to try to upsell the client, we're offering an opportunity to help the client better utilize the version she currently has access to as a way to bring what's in it for me value and so we can schedule that next meeting. Basically, the email is telling the prospect, look, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Let's get together so I can help you utilize the software you have now and look good in your new position. And we'll work on the upgrade when it's time. Now, of course, once the salesperson is face-to-face with the prospect again, she'll be able to gather more details about the business problem that the company is facing and what is needed from the other decision makers to keep things moving forward. And she can achieve this while at the same time helping relieve the prospect from the fire that's keeping her from moving forward with the purchase. You know by now that it's very difficult to gather that type of information via email, so your goal should be to get a meeting with the prospect. And it's easiest to do that when you base the purpose of the meeting around what's in it for her. You see, now we're talking win-win. So when you're making your follow-up phone calls and your follow-up emails, focus on the needs of your buyer and the cost of her problem, and frame the email from her perspective, not from yours. Now go out there, get in front of some prospects, and schedule those meetings. Now, if you like this video and you're committed to being a top 10% sales professional, do the right thing and hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you're really ready to take it to the next level, share your sales questions in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And just maybe, your sales question will be our next video.